Hello students, I am Swati Kedar. In today's C# session, we are going to see the lab program, that is the writer C# program to calculate the root of quadratic equation. And this is your journal program, and this program execution we are going to see in two ways. The first way in Visual Studio, in second way we type the program in Notepad and execute on developer command prompt. I have already told you how to open the Visual Studio and how to create the C# program file. And I created here one C# file for this quadratic equation program. You see here these first four lines, these are the namespaces I have already told you in previous sessions. After that we have created here namespace quadratic equation. Inside that you have to create the classes and the methods. Inside that we have created here class quadratic. Inside this class quadratic we have created here main method, static void main, and program execution start from this main method only. And inside the main method we have declared here three variables a, b, c of a type integer. After that console.write line in bracket in double quote find the roots of quadratic equation, and this prints on the console. After that a is equal to int dot parse in bracket console dot read line method. This line means in C# in by default if I entered some value on the console, it considered as a string and we have to convert it into integer. So we have taken here int dot parse, that value will be converted into integer and stored in this a. After that b also same, b is equal to int dot parse in bracket console dot read line method. After that c is also same, c is equal to int dot parse console dot read line, the reads value from the console. After that we have taken here three variables x1, x2 and d of a type double. After that d is equal to in bracket b into b minus in bracket 4 into a into c, bracket complete. After that we are checking here condition, if condition if a is equal to 0, if a is equal to 0 then it executes this code, not a quadratic equation, it prints on the console. After that it checks for the next condition, else if d is equal to 0, if d is equal to 0 then it executes this code, it prints on the console both roots are equal, then x1 is equal to in bracket minus b divided by in bracket 2 into a, and x2 is equal to x1 means this x1 value is stored in x2, means x1 value is also same and x2 value is also same, then that value will be printed on the console. It prints the first root 0, this instead of this 0 the x1 value will be printed, and after that it prints on the console the second root is equal to 0, means it prints x2 value instead of this 0. After that it checks for the next condition, else if in bracket d is greater than 0, if our d is greater than 0 then it executes this code, it prints on the console both roots are real and differential. After that x1 is equal to minus b plus math dot sqrt in bracket d, means here we are calculating the square root of this d divided by in bracket 2 into a. After that x2 is equal to minus b minus math dot sqrt in bracket d divided by in bracket 2 into a. Here we are taken plus and here we are taken minus. After that it prints on the console two real roots are. After that it prints the first root 0, instead of this 0 x1 value will be printed on the console, and this after that the second root is 0, instead of this 0 x2 value will be printed on the console. If this all the conditions is false then it executes this else part, it prints on the console the given roots are imaginary. After that you have to close all the brackets and save the program. After the saving, now we go for the execution. For that you have to click on start. You see here on the console it prints find the root of quadratic equation. First we enter 1 2 1 and press enter. You see here it's showing both roots are equal. First root -1, second root -1. It executing this part. Both roots are equal. How it come, I show you here. Interesting. You see here we are enter here 1 2 1 means a value is here 1 and b value is here 2 and c value is 1. A is equal to 1, b is equal to 2 and c is equal to 1. After that d is equal to b into b minus in bracket 4 into a into c. The b value is here 2, so 2 into 2 4 here, and 4 into a value is here 1 and c value is here 1. 4 into 1 into 1 is 4 and 4 minus 4 is 0, so that 0 will be stored in this d variable. After that it checks for the condition if d is equal to 0 or not. Then if a is equal to 0, here our a value is here 1, so the condition is false. Then it goes to the next condition, else if d is equal to 0, as our d is here 0, so this condition is true. Then it executes this code. It prints first both roots are equal. You see here on the console both roots are equal. After that x1 is equal to in bracket minus b divided by in bracket 2 into a. Here the b value is here our 2, so minus 2 divided by 2 into a value is here 1, so is equal to minus 2 divided by 2 is equal to minus 1. The calculation of minus 2 divided by 2 is minus 1. After that x2 is equal to x1, means the x1 value will be stored in x2, means x1 value and x2 value will be same. X1 value is minus 1 and x2 value is minus 1, and it prints on the console the first root x1, the x1 value is minus 1, and the second root x2 value is minus 1. You see here on the console the first root is equal to minus 1, the second root is equal to minus 1. After that we see the for this condition both roots are real and differential. Click on start. You see here find the roots of quadratic equation. I enter here 1, enter 5, enter 2, and you see here both roots are real and differential. It's showing on the console. You see here on the tracing, here our a value is 1, b value is 5 and c value is 2. A is equal to 1, b is equal to 5 and c is equal to 2. After that d is equal to b into b minus 4 into a into c, and b is here 5, so 5 into 5 minus 4 into a value is here 1 and c value is here 2. 4 into 1 into 2 is 8 and 5 into 5 is 25 and 4 into 2 is 8. So 25 minus 8 is 17, and that 17 will stored in this d, and after that it checks for the condition if the d is 17 or greater than 0 or not. It checks for the condition if a is equal to 0. Here our a is 1 and the condition is false here. After that it checks for the next condition, else if d is equal to 0. No, d is here our 17, so this condition also false. After that it checks for the next condition if d is greater than 0. The d is over here 17, so this is greater than 0, so the condition is true. Then it execute this code. It prints both roots are real and differential. You see here on the console both roots are real and differential. After that x1 is equal to minus b plus method dot sqrt in bracket d divided by 2 into a is equal to, you see here the b value is here 5, so minus 5 plus method dot sqrt means square root of this d is here 17, so square root of this 17 is 4.12 divided by 2 into 1. Here a value is here 1, so 2 into 1 is 2 only, so minus 5 plus the square root of 17, 4.12 divided by 2. And first we calculate 4.12 divided by 2, and the calculation of this is 2.06. So minus 5 plus 2.06, the calculation of this minus 2.93, and that minus 2.93 will be stored in this x1. After that x2 also the same. You see here instead of this plus we are taken here minus, so minus 5 minus method dot sqrt in bracket 17 square root of this 17 divided by 2 into 1. 2 into 1 is 2 only, so minus 5 minus 4 square root of this 17, 4.12 divided by 2. And you see here minus 5, and first we calculate this 4.12 divided by 2. The result of this is 2.0. So minus 5 minus 2.06, the calculation of this minus 7.06, and that minus 7.06 will be stored in this x2. After that it prints two real roots are, you see here on the console two real roots are. The first root, you see here the first root x1, the x1 value is here minus 2.93, so it print on the console. After that the second root is x2 minus 7.06, prints on the console. After that we see for the not a quadratic equation. For that you have to click on start. For that you have to enter here 0 0 0 and enter. You see here not a quadratic equation. You see here means if I enter 0 0 0, then it prints a not a quadratic equation. After that now we see for this the given roots are imaginary. For that you have to give the inputs 1 2 and 3 and enter. You see here the given roots are imaginary, and you see here in the tracing here on the console I enter 1 2 3, so a value is 1, b value is 2 and c value is 3. And after that d is equal to b into b minus 4 into a into c. The b value is here 2, so 2 into 2 4, and 4 into 1 into 3, 4 into 3 12, so 4 minus 12 is minus 8. The d value is minus 8 here, and it checks for the condition if a is equal to 0. No, the condition is false. Then it checks for the next condition if d is equal to 0. No, condition is false. Here d is minus 8, so it condition is false. After that it checks for the next condition, d is greater than 0. No, the d is here minus 8 and d is not greater than 0, so it false the condition. And after that it execute the else part. The given roots are imaginary, and this is the execution in Visual Studio. Now we go for the execution on the developer command prompt. For that you have to copy this program and open the notepad and paste here and save this file and give the class name as a file name. The class name is Quadratic, and save this file. Go to file, save, go to D drive. I save this file in C# program and give here file name as a class name quadratic.cs and give the extension .cs for the C# file and click on save. The file is saved now. Now we go for the execution. For that you have to open the developer command prompt. You see here we are in C drive and our file is in D drive, so you have to type here D:, and give here folder location cd C# program and enter. Now we are in D drive in our folder, and now we go for the compilation. For that you have to type here csc. File name is quadratic.cs and enter. Our file is compiled now. Now we go for the execution. For that you have to type here file name without the extension quadratic and enter. It's showing find the roots of quadratic equation. Enter 1, 2, enter 1. You see here both roots are equal and enter. One more execution. You see here I enter here 1, 5, 2. You see here output of this, both roots are real and the differential. One more execution. I type here 1, 2, 3. Here the given roots are imaginary and enter. I enter here 0, 0, 0. You see here not a quadratic equation. This is the execution on the developer command prompt. And you see here if I enter 0, 0, then it executes this part, because I entered a is 0, so it executes not a quadratic equation. And thank you.